Rapid fire rounds. The first question is, at what age do you want to retire?
55,
How long does it take you to get ready in the mornings?
25 minutes.
Most embarrassing moment of your life?
As a teenager, I got hit in the sensitive parts with a ski pole in front of my entire senior class. Very embarrassing.
Favorite color?
Blue,
What time of day are you most inspired?
10 p.m.,
How many hours of sleep can you survive on?
6.
Fill in the blank. An upcoming marketing trend is blank.
AI,
The city in which the best kiss of your life happened.
Rome,
Pick one, Mark Zuckerberg or Elon Musk.
Musk,
The biggest mistake of your career.
I passed on joining Genentech in the early days. I would have been retired long ago.
How do you relax?
Golfing,
How many cups of coffee do you drink per day?
0. I don't drink coffee.
The most valuable skill you've learned in life.
Creating human relationships.
Your favorite Netflix show.
Well, I don't know if it's Netflix, but I'll go with Ted Lasso.
The last film that had a good impression on you.
I don't know if it's the last one, but Shawshank Redemption is one that always has a lasting impression on me.
The last song you've been listening to.
I'm a country music fan, so anything country.
What drew you to Turing, and what is the team trying to achieve that you're most excited about?
You know, when Turing approached me about joining the organization, I thought it was a really good fit for me, not only in the time of where I was in my career, but I had spent quite a lot of time in traditional tech services, and then the past 18 months were with an AI startup. And I really felt like Turing was a great mix of the two of them. Traditional tech services being disrupted by an AI native player, but also because Turing was already well established. They had a marketing arm. They were looking from going from good to great. Those are the things that really appeal to me, for sure. I'm really lucky that I'm inheriting a great marketing team, some world-class talent. It's a little bit fractured today, so marketing lives in 3 or 4 different areas within the organization. So my job is to come in and pull them together, build one cohesive strategy, align the team to really work to achieve our goals. As Turing transitions from really being this kind of transactional marketer that was going after anybody who wanted to raise their hand to have a conversation, to more of a journey-based nurturing, growing, building a brand, creating great content. That's something I have a passion for, and really excited to roll that out at Turing.
How did you develop your passion for branding in the first place?
I think it's more than branding, right? I started my career in sales and sales management. So we have that love-hate relationship with sales and marketing. And as I sat on the side of sales looking at what good marketing was or wasn't happening, that's how I transitioned into the marketing side. And as I look at my marketing philosophy, while brand is massively important to the long-term success of the company, if you're not in tune with the clients and the clients' needs and what they're looking for and what their concerns are, it's really hard to build, 1, demand, but 2, that brand that really resonates with clients on the back end.
As a CMO of an AI tech startup, what is your big picture perspective on the impact of AI in the consulting services industry, and how does Turing's offerings align with this vision?
Yeah, great question. I think, so we believe at Turing that AI is going to unleash the human potential, right? And what that means is not that AI is here to replace people's jobs, but AI is here to augment people's jobs and to make them more effective in their role. And in today's world, we believe in boundaryless work. So something that you don't have to be in an office or in the tech services world, large campuses across the world. You can be just as effective from your home office in Lisbon or in Dallas or in Tokyo, and having an AI platform that will vet you, analyze your ability to do the work, and then more importantly, match you to the work that needs to be done. And then we augment that with tools that can help you be more effective and more productive in your work. We believe that AI will transform tech services, disrupt the traditional model, and as companies are forced to embrace AI, they're going to look for those companies that are AI native and have proven experience building on an AI platform to help them guide them through their journey. And that's really what Turing is well positioned to do.
So how does your AI-powered talent cloud address the challenges and limitations that were prevalent in traditional tech consulting? And how does it differ from other solutions in the market?
Sure. So traditionally, tech services were based on you would pick a vendor who had large groups of talents positioned in certain campuses around the world. A lot of that tended to be in India. And so you were relying on the quality of the talent in that location or with that vendor. And those vendors did a lot to develop talent, right? So they would go into universities, pull people directly out of universities, invest in them, grow them. But it was sort of based on one philosophy or one thinking. The Talent Cloud now allows us to pull anybody from anywhere around the world. There are 27 some million software developers out there, data engineers, data scientists. Some of them are in Africa. A lot of them are in Latin America, Eastern Europe, right? Not the traditional tech centers of Silicon Valley or New York City, or campuses in India. So the Talent Cloud, by being able to leverage a global talent pool, allows you to use AI to vet and find the best of the best talent. It allows you to go much quicker and with a higher velocity. So in some cases, we can deploy talent in a matter of days, whereas the traditional model may have been weeks or months. You can interview in real time. You may even be able to skip the interview process because you can look at how AI has vetted, graded the talent. You can look at the code that they've been able to create in real time and evaluate that, not having to do just based on what their resume may have said they've done in the past. And then thirdly, it's always going to be about how do we solve clients' problems. So it's one thing to have a talent pool. It's another thing to actually deliver real outcomes for our clients. And so the way that Turing is working is whether it's one developer that you need or an entire team of developers that you need, it's always about what are we doing to change or improve the end client's outcomes, right? Whether that's helping them with their AI strategy, developing apps, migrating to the cloud, whatever it may be. If we don't put that client's end result first, then we'll never be successful.
And so as a CMO, what will be your key areas of focus within Turing's marketing organization, including brand, product marketing, communications, and marketing operations?
I'm intentional as I'm coming in now a month into being the CMO of making sure I'm taking my time to truly evaluate with the team's strengths and areas of opportunities. There's a couple of things that we will deploy no matter what. I'm a big believer in, especially in enterprise marketing, that there's a journey that has to exist, right? I don't believe a CIO of a Fortune 500 company is going to Google something, land on a page, and fill out a form. They have to be taken through a journey, right? And so as a marketing organization, we want to build that journey. We want to be measuring and tracking that journey, so leveraging marketing technology to do that, understanding what's happening at every stage of the journey, providing next best steps for our prospects as they're going through that journey. But it's not just digital, right? I think stats show 67% of the journey is digital before you talk to somebody. You have to build in strategic activation events, whether it's conferences like this, whether it's small intimate dinners or client events, whether it is a relationship networking, building opportunities to get to know folks for the humans that they are, not just the IP address or the device ID that we're tracking digitally. It's that combination of everything that has to happen. It's working very closely with our sales organizations to be able to activate these folks along the way, know when they're ready to have a conversation, know where they are in their journey. So we're providing relevant content at that stage, right? If somebody's in the early stage of the buying journey, we don't want to be providing bottom of the funnel content. If somebody's much further along the journey, I don't necessarily need them to read a blog post about our brand. I want them to be looking at our solutions and our case studies and our video testimonials as they're further along that buying journey.
So with the increasing adoption of AI in various industries, what do you believe are the major industry shifts that Turing can capitalize on to differentiate itself in the tech services landscape?
Yeah, great question. So specifically within AI, there's a couple of different areas. I think it's automating repetitive work as staffing issues are prevalent across the world, right? As the folks that traditionally had been doing the repetitive work, bringing in AI, smart robotics to help automate that is certainly an area that we can focus on for sure. The second one is gathering and aggregating and making decisions with data. So a lot of our clients have spent the last 5, 7, 10 years in their digital transformation journey, building data lakes, gathering data. Now we can help them apply AI to that data so they can make real business decisions in real time, start doing predictive analytics. And then the third thing would be capitalizing on the GPT craze, right? As how do we leverage these AI tools for production of content, for synthesis of information, right? That type of strategy. Those are probably the three areas today that are the low-hanging fruit for us for sure.
And how do you plan to stay ahead of the curve to ensure Turing remains at the forefront of this AI-driven technology services?
Well, we have a lot of really smart people who work for Turing, for sure. Not only as an employees, but we have to leverage our talent cloud and the developers and data scientists and engineers that are in that talent cloud. They're at the forefront of this transformation, making sure we have good two-way communication to pull information from them so that we can aggregate it ourselves. We have to be present at conferences like these where cutting-edge conversations are happening, thought leaders are on stage. Our CEO is speaking a lot. Our two co-founders are very well versed in AI, have built careers in AI, have studied at some of the best universities in the world around AI and machine learning, so leveraging them. For me as a marketer, it's about creating thought leadership content that we can leverage. We want our clients to know us not only as great execution and helping them solve problems, but to be thinking about what's next, how do I get ahead of, how do I stay in front of the changing and evolving trends, right? AI changes literally daily. So making sure that Turing is seen as somebody on the forefront of that evolution is really important to us as a brand.
All right, so the last question for you is of a personal kind. What would you be doing in your life if not this?
Well, I think everyone has a dream. I would love to be a professional golfer. I don't have the golf game to do that, but I think that would be a dream of mine for sure. I think the other piece would be teaching, right? Going back to universities. I was never trained formally as a marketer. My degree is actually in biology. I thought I was going to go be a physician. So I've built my career. I did an MBA midway through the career, but I built my career on life lessons and how to take some of that isn't taught in a book and really apply that or pass that knowledge on to the next generation of marketers would be something I've been interested in doing. I'm Phil Walsh. I'm the Chief Marketing Officer of Turing. Catch me on the Marketer of the Month podcast.